Everyone, it's Melissa Sweet here, public health journalist from Croakey News. We're coming to you live from Albury in southern New South Wales. We're on Wiradjuri Country and we have been having a planning meeting for Croakey, the public health news site, social journalism project. With me now is Paula O'Connell, a business consultant who has been facilitating our meeting. We're going to go around and talk to all the Croakies, but Paula, can you kick off? What have we been doing this morning? You know, what have you learned about Croakey News as someone who hasn't previously been involved, and where do you see us going by 2025?
Well, very much highlighting all the fabulous things that everyone here has done, and so much is driven out of everyone's passion. So it's certainly an organisation or a group of people that are really passionate about making change and giving voice to underrepresented groups. But going forward, it's very much, this is consolidating the ability to take people's voice and have it heard to the right kind of people, and also ensuring that there's a model and that will make it sustainable both financially and with succession planning.
So it's wonderful to welcome Paula to the Croakey Connective as business development.
Thank you.
So lots of Croakey readers and followers will be hearing from Paula in coming times. Here we have Dr. Megan Williams from UTS. Would you like to tell us your sort of take on today's discussions? What's Croakey News and where are we going?
Yeah, well, partly 2025 isn't very far away, only 8 years. I still use resources, lectures, materials I wrote in 2010. So that wasn't very far back to me. So it means really crystallising, exactly how I can contribute going forward. My strengths are as a trained researcher in Aboriginal health, and so having a little bit of time and space to think about how I can utilise my experience in that area specifically going forward is easy, really. There's so many ways. But the tension between being local and global, is something that I suppose confuses me, and I'd like some more time to think about in the future, particularly in relation to climate change.
Thanks. And Dr. Megan Williams has also been sharing some concepts framework from Wiradjuri worldviews, which has been so helpful and illuminating.
Yeah, it's amazing even for me, because they're things I've been taught by elders, like 2 or 3 in particular that I'm thinking about, and for me to just see how woven in they are too, and they're so part of how I think. It's amazing to share.
Thank you. So it's very powerful. We have Dr. Ruth Armstrong, Croakey editor.
Yeah, it's been great, reflecting, I guess, on where we've come from and where we are at the moment, and also looking at how important, I guess, for me, that my take-home message is how important it is to make Croakey sustainable, so that we can extend our work of privileging voices that are important for health, having them heard, and of being innovative and future-looking. So, thanks.
And speaking about global and local, we've just had a hello from Canada. Hello back to Canada. So here we are.
Hi, Canada.
Albury saying hello to Canada. Myra McInerney, Croakey editor and conference reporter.
Being a conference reporter, it would be really helpful for me to be able to go away and actually think about this, because there's been some amazing ideas here. And I take the point that I think by 2025, Trump may have finished his term of office. So who knows what the entire global and media environment looks like. But it's been really interesting, some of the discussions here, particularly about diversity, and not always in the way that we would think about it, but and also about digging really deep in communities, and that can actually be done on a global level, which is really exciting, and it's probably a little bit above our station right at this moment while we look for a little bit of self-funding and kind of stuff.
Thank you, Maren. Here we have Jennifer Doggett, Croakey editor, writer, commentator.
Yes.
Jennifer, what have you learned or taken away from what Croakey News is now and what we might be in the future?
I just think it's been really encouraging to hear everyone's viewpoint. There's so much commonality in what everyone thinks, but also some fresh perspectives and ideas. So I think that's really positive, that we've got a really good base together to move forward, and also some really exciting ideas about how to involve more people, embrace some more diverse perspectives, and still, be really at the forefront of health journalism and keep being innovative. And partly a bit scary. We don't know where that's going, because the nature of being at the forefront is that you don't know. You're constantly looking at what's happening and reinventing yourself. But I think from this morning we've got enough of a shared perspective and commonality that we can move forward with that idea.
Thanks, and we'll just say hello to Carl Briscoe, who has joined us via Periscope. Hello, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Lovely to see you. We're in Albury, talking Croakey futures. So thanks for tuning in. And here is Amy Coops, who so kindly hosted us in her home, in the typical Croakey connective way of doing things. So I'm just turning around so I can get your face there. So Amy is a Croakey editor and also conference reporter. So Amy, what did you take from today about what Croakey News is and where we might go?
I think it's really been great to, affirm what we all already know about what Croakey is, which is that it's a force for good and it's a force for change, and that it's much more than a media organisation, it's a movement. And I think, just building on that, looking ahead to 2025, I think what really came through is that we just want to be bigger and more connected. And I loved Meg's idea of us being a continuum and a sphere, a series of continuums, and that we don't have to be static, that we are not fixed in any way. And that's what makes us powerful, and that's what gives us energy, and hopefully that's what propels us into the future.
Thank you so much, Amy. Now I'm coming over here to Mitchell Ward, who does all of Croakey's design and website and all our wonderful memes and things.
Yeah.
And Mitchell has also been documenting our discussions. We hope to do some. There's Croakey Futures. If you look at that, everything from more voices, funding, research grants, capacity building, Indigenous editor in the future. Shifting debate with our work.
Yeah. So I think the commonality with most people here, and really important, is our sustainability. That's paramount. So that we can, the continuity is important, but if we were going to expand, we want to think more as a global network and have more global voices. And hopefully by 2025 we'll be talking about other issues that that we've dealt with now, and that they've been resolved to a point, and that we're thinking about new things rather than going over the same thing. So hopefully that's something that Croakey will contribute to over the next 10 years or so.
Fantastic. And we
Laurie
will...
McInerney's just moving in now.
Oh no, I haven't thought of what to say. Well, I would really just like to acknowledge everyone's contributions, and it's just, I think it is the power of people coming together and sharing and collaborating, and the importance of goodwill. So that's, to me, what Croakey News is now, and I guess I hope that's what it is in 2025 as well, even if it, is producing different things and looking quite different. I hope it is still networks of people, constructively collaborating and contributing. So thank you, Barry.